Do black people struggle with salary negotiations? Stay tuned to find out. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy HD, and I'm back. Hey, we getting in there. I just said on Twitter, I'm gonna be on y'all head tops when it comes to the content, man. And I always come with originality and just stuff I know that we need to see, just in general. This was also inspired by a tweet I did, but also something in real life. A friend of mine was interviewing for the company I'm with, and I already told him I was in the bag, and I knew he was gonna get the role. And we were talking behind the scenes, and he was telling me what he wanted to get for a salary. Now, me being in the company, already knowing kind of what the earnings were and all this and that, I said, "Hey, that's too low." So he asked for something, and they told him that hey, we're probably gonna offer you market value just because. So they knew he was too low, and they came back and offered him way more than what he was expecting. And the key thing about it was the fact that I don't think initially he had the confidence to ask for as much he was asking for because that had been the most he made. And if you're watching this, man, I'm not, talking about you in a way. I'm kind of using this for an example because I found a documentation on it that I'm gonna dig into, and we're gonna talk about why that exists for us. And I also understand that feeling as well, just because I know I probably could have got some more as well, but I did still negotiate. I didn't take the first offer. Um, I think as black people, most of the time, we don't come from backgrounds where people are making a lot of money. We don't even know what money is. So a lot of times we think we're getting paid a lot, but sometimes we're getting underpaid. And you don't find it out until you start getting in the job market or you meet other friends in tech. And that's why I said it's important to have friends in tech that do similar roles you do or have connections with HR, recruiters, or whoever. So they can say, hey, nah, you need to ask for this. Or they can, navigate it, differently. I tend to when somebody reaches out to me about a job now, I'll say, hey, what's the budget for this role? And they'll tell me. Matter of fact, let me see. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Let me go find it, and then we're gonna go into the article that I found. All right, so I'm probably gonna have to try to figure out how to blur his name out in Final Cut Pro. But check this out. Anytime somebody reach out to me, I look at the role. I already know kind of what the market is, right? So boom, I go right here. I'll go right down. Hey, where's the salary budget for this role? All depends on experience and knowledge, anywhere from 110 to 170K. And this, look what else I followed up with them with. Is this base or a bonus included as well? Here you go. There's an annual year-end bonus on top of that. If you're interested, please send over your resume so I can share it with the manager. So boom, that's what he said. I didn't reply back to that because I just started something new. Let's see. Cut this off, and then this is the latest one right here. I did it again right here. That's what I say. I post real stuff, guys. Thanks for reaching out. I would like to learn more about the opportunity. What is the budget for the salary in this role? Please let me know in email, blah, blah, blah. Regarding compensation, it depends on a lot of background education. We're offering a 186K mid-range plus RSUs, restricted, I think, stock, whatever it stands for, plus 40% bonuses, plus full benefits. So, bam. So I'm going to go out of that one. And let's go back in here. So, you know what I'm saying? But it took a while for me to know how to maneuver like that or had the confidence to say that, because sometimes we so itching for a new job, we scared to ask them what's the budget. We do a whole couple of interviews, and not even know what the budget is. And this is what I teach my clients: hey, don't waste your time interviewing if they going because they may lowball you. Go ahead and say in the beginning, hey, what's the budget? If they don't reply or whatever, hey, that's a good sign to keep on moving. Like that's what we do now. And I understand how he's feeling because I think he pretty much doubled his salary, like total comp and everything, just about almost with this new job. So I know he probably wouldn't think to ask for that, but you just never know. Research, man, space, and then go off the industry and the company and who their competitors are. That's how you negotiate. And another way to leverage is I teach people, look, y'all getting to hear from me first, man. I tell them to act like you already have some offers coming, or pending offers may be coming. That makes them say, okay, this dude is being highly sought out. We really like him. We need to snatch him up. So that's just that. And I don't like to just talk. I like to put stuff like this out and let people read it. I think this will be extremely helpful. Okay, so this came from HRdive.com. Of course, this is 4 years ago. It says pay gaps for Black job seekers may be partly tied to salary negotiations. And off that title alone, I agree. A lot of times, so for example, I don't know if it's going to come up in the article, but Black women like to say, "Oh, we get underpaid. We get paid lesser than other folks." But most of the time, it's because they don't negotiate their salary right. Women are less likely to negotiate. I had clients that was kind of scared to negotiate or counter. Hey, listen, never take the first offer. Most of the times companies expect you to negotiate. But let's read this. In the second study, when Black candidates defied those expectations, evaluators gave them lower starting salaries. In the third study, research showed that this was because evaluators grow more resistant to give better salaries to Black job seekers than white ones. Now, I don't know how true this is for tech. Other industries could be true. I know my company actually offered them more because they want to keep the top talent and they know how hard it is to keep people because everybody's offering top dollar now. So I don't know how that is post pandemic because this is 4 years ago. But this is the closest thing I could find to kind of substantiate any of my claims. Let's keep going. Previous research has demonstrated that Black men expect lower starting salaries and also may not have the same foundation to confidently know what fair market value they command. And I want to stop right there. That's true because, like I just said, we don't know what market value is. A lot of us have parents that didn't make a lot of money. We don't have family members that made a lot of money. We don't know. You don't know money until you see money. That's why sometimes it is very important that you may move from your hometown and just take a chance on yourself and get introduced to a different way of life and meet different people that can really tell you, hey, nah, you deserve to make this. I tell one of my other friends all the time, man. He's doing a job where I say, you could be doing less work, getting paid more. I tell him that all the time. And he's finally came around to listen to me. But let's go. Avery said, but the hiring process shows it's not just the job seeker's mindset that must change. Hiring managers who negotiate with Black candidates also bring their biases to the table. And I agree. Shout out to my girl, Janae. We got a podcast episode dropping in the coming weeks. And she's a sorcerer. And she was talking about how one of the issues with the job is sometimes going against the hiring managers or, hiring managers got to talk to whoever about salary or not offering what they need to, and they're trying to find a unicorn for a low price. That's something that happens in tech a lot too. And I'm gonna do a video on like debunking job descriptions and what to stay away from and how to figure out something's a decent job description. Let's keep it moving. The results from the survey aren't so surprising. Unfortunately, past research and court cases have shown that racial bias has long been part of the recruiting, hiring, and promoting processes. A pay scale survey showed a correlation between the pay gap for Black employees and salary requests or negotiation. Although the survey showed no statistical difference in the rate at which people of color and whites ask for a raise, people of color, both women and men, were less likely to receive a raise when requesting one. And last year, the EEOC sued a Tampa-based janitorial service that refused to hire a class of African Americans because of their race, an act that violated Title 7 of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. That's crazy. But like I said, this is talking about as a whole. I'm focusing on a micro level. So this may not be the best article to kind of make a lot of my points, but it still is making my points when it is talking about, a lot of these systemic issues that we face in the job market. The challenge for employers that are trying to maintain a fair and inclusive work environment is that bias isn't always easy to detect. But research like Avery's can make employers more aware of the adverse effects of discriminatory processes. HR must step in to see that recruiters and hiring managers are treating equally qualified job applicants fairly. Not all candidates or employees negotiate their salaries. Studies show that women, are sometimes less likely to negotiate pay than men. Also, hiring managers often have a set pay rate in mind when considering a candidate, but they should be prepared to bargain with anyone who chooses to do so. All right, so y'all saw that, and I don't want to make this super long, but some of you watching may say, well, hey, that's right. How do I know what's market value? Funny you ask that. So what I'm going to do right now is live demonstration. I'm gonna do how I would determine what could be a good market value for a salary. So watch this. All right, we back at it. So I'm doing something that I'm familiar with. Average stock salary, analyst salary. Average is about 88,000. I guess that's come from Zip Recruiter. 119, 75%. Top earners are 140. Okay. And that means like you probably are like level 3 or something like that, and you really been doing it. So let's keep on going. What I like to do is I'll take an average from here, and if I can find a calculator, we're gonna just do this calculator. I'm gonna take all the averages of like 3 or 4 sites. I'm going to divide them up. So let's do this. So we got 88,000. And let's see what the next one is. We're gonna go, what salary.com say? 94,000, okay. Plus 94,000. Okay. So we got two. But I want to get a good salary. Like, and this is just average, guys. So if a company trying to lowball you, you can say, hey, based on the market rate, the average stock analyst makes this. I believe my skills warrant, a price of this. So this is very low. This is gonna bring it down. Plus 65,272. All right, we got Texas. I'm trying to keep it regular. Talent.com says 87,000. And that's what I'm saying. Also, guys, y'all seeing right now in this video, people laugh at, oh, you just a stock analyst. Stock analysts get bread. Like, don't let nobody fool you that they don't get paid. Let's see. Okay, they got 81,000 plus 81,074 equals 415. 100,846. I'm gonna divide that by 5. So you probably can't see it, but let's take off this. Let's stop sharing that. That comes up to be like $83,169, and that's just the average, guys. So if anybody's offering you, and granted, that's just average. That's not even concluding where you stay and the cost of living and all that. It may be higher for you. It may be 95. So you have wiggle room. They're really looking for somebody they're going to pay you market average. So use that when you're trying to negotiate your salary and say, even if you want to show them, say, hey, I looked at 5 different sites and the average was this, and then I divided it and got the average to this. This is, at least average. So if anything's below average, they're trying to get over. Now, if you could pay your bills with it, then by all means, do it. But all I'm trying to say is that get your money. Don't let the companies play you. Don't ever play yourself. I really hope you found this helpful, and share the Patreon with people. Share this video. By the time it gets to YouTube, share it on YouTube for YouTube algorithm. Like, subscribe. You know the deal. But hey, man, I appreciate everybody. It's your boy HD, and I'm out.